Okay, welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm wounded.
Today, we're reacting to Piers Morgan and some crazy lady who does not represent women at all, speaking on behalf of women.
Are you going to torture me again?
I am, because she's defending men and women's sports.
I watched a video of this as a father of a 12-year-old girl who loves a bit of sport. And honestly, my heart just sank. When I heard the booing, I was thrilled, not because the athlete was being booed, but because I finally felt that the silent majority were finding their voice. What did you think?
I think the fact that the crowd is saying, hey, this is unacceptable, that's a big moment. But we just have to stop denying this, Piers. I mean, the silent majority, and I would agree that the majority, actually, the more vocal majority now, is saying that this is absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm amazed that every woman, frankly, doesn't agree with you because the unfairness and inequality is so obvious. But Francesca, I can see you actually going berserk here with indignation. So presumably you don't agree.
I mean, please don't speak for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, either of you, please don't speak for me. Please don't speak for all women. Just let's get that out of the way.
But she didn't say all women. She said the silent majority, possibly the majority, which means she's actually making sure she's not speaking for you.
When I heard her voice, I was just thinking, like, please don't speak for me. Please don't speak for all women.
All women, just let's get that out of the way right now, because I do disagree. I think about what if your 12-year-old kid was Aiden? Wouldn't that be incredible? Wouldn't you be proud of Aiden?
No.
And how much would it...
No.
Wouldn't it be incredible for Aiden, your child, to be transgender? Wouldn't you be so proud of your transgender child competing against biological women?
No.
No, my child needed therapy and I didn't get them any. Be proud? I would not be proud. I'd be embarrassed. What kind of child did I...
Yeah, I'm letting my son beat up a bunch of little girls because he wants to feel superior. I'm a good mom.
It shows you the kind of mother that kid has.
No, I'm a good mom.
Absolutely not. As that child had not even reached puberty, and in the case of my daughter, for example, and someone is trying to convince her that if you just put your hand up and say that you're a boy, you can suddenly compete against a different biological sex. I'd say it's all madness.
Piers, this is what's crazy about it. Do you think that that's what's driving trans women to compete as athletes, is that they're like, if I transition to become a woman, I can win a gold medal in a high school track and meet competition.
This is the worst argument ever.
Go ahead. You hear how she started with belittling him? Piers, buddy. Yeah, you're not... No one knows who you are.
No, I don't.
They know who Piers Morgan is. So to call Piers Morgan buddy, like you have power.
Yeah. Looking down.
Well, Piers, buddy, you just don't understand because you have a penis and you don't want it to be a vagina.
Do you really think that just because a man says he's a woman, he automatically doesn't lie anymore?
Right.
Do you think that no trans woman in existence lies?
They're incapable of it because they're hurting so bad.
Do you think all people who are quote-unquote trans women are actually quote-unquote trans women? Really?
Apparently.
So all of a sudden, if you become trans, then you can do no wrong and you're like Jesus, you can walk on water and you're like...
Everything they do is because they're trans and they've been hurt for so long.
Yeah, that's such a bogus argument.
I agree.
Like, it doesn't make you infallible just because you say you're trans. Self-ID is what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like saying, oh, they were depressed. That's why they drank and drive and then killed a whole family. But we understand that they were depressed, so that's why they were drinking and driving, right? It's the same logic.
I don't want to walk through a world where every woman I come across believes that every man who thinks he's a woman is a woman and he's like a saint. Like he could do no wrong.
No, because he's now a she and we support women.
There's a difference between transsexuals and these transgender people who are just self-IDing.
Not in their mind. Well, yeah, they're TERFs in their mind, remember?
I hate this argument because I don't even know where to begin. It's just so mind-boggling that you would just have such a blind faith in these strangers who you don't know but apparently feel bad for. Blind faith. If this dude did not say he was trans and was not wearing a dress, would you believe anything that he said?
Probably.
Probably
Okay, what if
not,
he
because
walked
he would
out
be
of
the
the
devil to
asylum?
these progressives, the white man, the white straight man.
He's
What?
walking out of the asylum and he's like, I'm a woman. And you're like, yes, you
You
are.
can do no wrong. I believe you wholeheartedly. Speak your truth.
Here's access
woman.
to women in children's spaces. Enjoy.
Like, people are able to lie and take advantage. If you don't think that at least one person in this group is doing bad, if you don't even think that at least one of these guys who says he's a woman is lying, I hope there's only one of these women, because our country is fucking doomed.
No, there's more than one.
I know, and that's so scary. Do you know how easy it is for a man who's a predator to just put on a dress and say, I'm trans? It's that easy.
It is.
And he could just walk around women, and women will be like, oh, go for you, girl.
This is my
When
baby.
really he's just a predator in disguise. Like, there are men like that out there. I'm not saying all transsexuals are. But the self-IDers, I have to side-eye. Because there are men out there, hello, that do bad things. And will do anything to do those bad things. Hello, why is there so many men in prison? Come on, get a clue.
Why do you hear men trying to get transferred to women's prisons and not the alternative? Because men want the safer, cushier space where they have control.
And they have a lot of victims at their disposal. And might I just say that it's over 90% of these men who think they're women in prison have been put in prison for violent offenses.
So yeah.
How is this safe for women? Now we're getting off topic, but this lady's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And she's driving me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you cannot blindly believe all people just because they say something.
Well,
it
they're
makes
hurting.
no sense. But you don't know. You don't know if they're telling you the truth.
They're hurting though.
This is insane. This is so dangerous for women. It makes me want to just explode.
What else has she got to say? She hasn't even gotten started.
Well, now, hang on, Francesca. I don't
That
care.
is so absurd to me.
I
It's
don't
the same
care.
thing. Hang on, let me
Francesca,
speak.
I don't care. The reality is they're doing it, right? And the point is that, to me, the answer is obvious.
They're not
They
doing
either
it to
can-
win a medal. They're doing it because that is their identity.
But they're winning
and that
medals
is-
at the expense of actual women who can't compete.
But how does she know? Does she know each of these athletes individually? Has she like gone to their mom's house and sat down with them for dinner? Does she actually know that these people aren't just faking it? Everyone thought the dude with tits in Canada who's a shop teacher was real. No, he wasn't real.
Right?
Everyone just let him walk around and expose kids to weird sex shit.
And giant fake titties.
While he's walking around probably with a boner around children because he's getting off because he's an AGP and these children did not consent to be a part of his kink. Ooh, I lose my thoughts because it's just so outrageous.
Well, at the end of the day, she's assuming that no one would ever transition to get leverage over people. But if you think about why most women transition to be men, it's because they've had no control in their life. And so they're trying to take control by saying they're a man, even though you're going to be the shortest man in the room and it's hard to be respected by men like that. But my point with it is that people transition for control. It may not be I'm going to transition to get the medal, but it is going to be I'm going to transition so I get cozy spaces and comforting treatment, and nobody can treat me like a man because I want to be fucking babied.
And everyone will believe everything that I say, regardless of my intentions.
People than physically.
Okay,
It's why,
can I just
it's why
say,
we
I'm
separate the
embarrassed.
sexes.
You know what? Like, I actually Googled
I'm
this. So,
embarrassed
like,
to be a woman.
Hang on. I'll come to you too.
I'm embarrassed to be a woman when I see women freaking out about trans women
Wow.
winning one out of so many
It's not
competitions.
just
Well, that doesn't actually affect me whatsoever or faze me. Good.
Be
I'm
embarrassed.
glad you're embarrassed. I'm actually really glad that you are not the majority of women, that you are the psychotic outlier. Please be embarrassed. I don't want any acceptance from you.
But you're probably not a woman. You're probably a they thems, right?
Right?
Right? And that's not a
Yeah.
woman, is it? Right?
I don't know what it is.
Isn't that your gender ideology? That you're not a woman because you're non-binary, so you're not a real woman. Oh, it hurts being on that side, doesn't it?
I don't think she has a soul to feel pain.
one.
Okay,
It's happening in
let's just-
swimming with Leah.
I do love the lady in the middle, though. just quietly enjoying herself in this crazy.
Swimming with Leah
Hang
Thomas.
on, hang
It's
on,
happening in all
hang
sorts
on.
of sports.
Yes, because it makes us look really pathetic, honestly. It makes us look like losers and whiners. And guess what? I'm not a loser or a whiner. You know what I actually want to talk about when it comes to women's sports? Why is Caitlin Clark being paid 80 times less than her counterpart entering the NBA?
Well, that's
Because
quite
she's in the
straightforward, too.
WNBA.
Because
nobody watches
Women
it.
don't want to talk about that.
Oh my God, she's so embarrassing. Oh, it's called math, honey. It's very, very simple. The NBA gets more asses in the seats, so they make more money. But less people want to watch women play basketball because it's less competitive and less dunking. So they make less money.
And they watch
that's-
bitches like you.
And that's why they don't make as much. It's
watch-
called math.
They watch idiots like you say, "Oh, that's a woman. It can compete with me because I actually want leverage in this sport too." You're contradictory. You're an asshole.
Oh, big asshole.
I
Big
don't
asshole.
like you.
Gaping asshole.
I'm embarrassed that you have a vagina.
Oh, it's so sad. You know what? Donate your vagina and your tits to
To a trans woman.
a desperate transsexual woman in need.
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
uterus and all.
All of it.
About that.
Hold on. Can I ask you a
Women don't
question?
wanna ever
Hold
talk
on,
about
Francesca.
that.
Let me ask you a question. If I hit you over the head with a bat and I said the plan wasn't to kill you, it's because you had a fly in your head, would you still not go to the police for assault? Does my intention matter?
Now you know she was sitting there thinking about that the whole time.
That's amazing. I like her.
Because that's exactly what you just
I'm just
said.
trying to Rube Goldberg
That's exactly
whatever
what
the
you
hell
just
it is
said.
you're saying.
That's exactly
No,
what
I'm
you
not
said.
with you.
Just because trans people are not
Do you know what?
identifying as trans to basically erode women's sports, that makes it okay that that's exactly what they're doing. This is
You think that's what they're
absolutely
doing?
I
Wait,
wanna
you
say
think
something.
we
Hang on,
trans
guys.
They are useful idiots like you that are validating ascientific nonsense. There's no such thing as gender identity. Being trans identifying is a mental illness. A reality that exists only in your head should not be validated, and specifically not at the expense of people that are just going about their business trying to win sporting tournaments or trying to use
There's
the loo.
useful
And
idiots
if
like you that are leading to the
if
death
you
of trans
feel-
people.
and
Oh, she lost the argument.
That's always what they
She
go
lost
to.
the argument. That's how you know, because that's where they go. Oh, but they're going to die. Yes. If they are prostitutes, they are more likely to die because they're in a profession that has a high murder rate. Read something, please. God, stop talking.
No,
and read
apparently they're
something.
getting shot in the street if you talk to liberals about it. They're just getting shot left, right, and center.
Really? Where are the giant liberal news stories about trans women dying?
The last one I remember
As
about
Cat Williams said, don't worry, I'll wait.
the last one I remember wasn't even someone getting like shot in the street. It was that kid that overdosed after getting beat up in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, and they tried to blame it on the girls beating her up just to come find out that she was actually getting molested by her father, and that's why she committed.
The more you know.
The more you know. You know what
But that's still the last one I heard.
You know what makes mentally ill people off themselves? Is when they get affirmed and don't get the actual mental health help they need because they're focusing on gender aside from all the other shit that's going on in their brain. Got it? Good.
Go to an island where all women think like you, and you can compete with all the biological men you want, but do not impose your backward views on the rest of us and have the
Wow.
audacity to call us regressive.
My response is this. Look, I care more about human life and people actually. I care about the right to privacy. I care about people
Really?
surviving and living in this world. Yes, I do.
You don't seem to care about the right to privacy of biological women not wanting to share their spaces with biological men. What about them?
What about the number of trans youth who
No,
commit
hold on.
suicide?
Every time. Without fail. When she loses the argument, she has nothing else to fall
Trans
back
people
on.
are dying.
They're dying.
They're
They're
dying.
dying. You can say it as much as you want. It's not happening.
This is
She
crazy.
keeps going back to well, they're going to kill themselves. Do you know that when women experience violence, it's at the hands of biological men?
Most times, yeah.
That when women die, it's at the hands of biological men?
Most
What about
times.
those women? What about those women who die? Mind you, there's a lot more women who die at the hands of men than trans women deaths.
And it's so crazy because
Why don't you care about women?
if you viewed them even kind of like men, you would also be like, ew, patriarchy, bleh.
Well, see, that's the loophole for men. Say you're a woman, put on a dress, and you could sleep with women like her. Although I don't know why you'd want to. It's like sticking your dick in acid.
every single
what
year.
about biological women not wanting to share a bathroom with a biological man?
Shut
Talk about
up
that.
half a
Don't do what
second.
about, answer that question. What about them? Do they not matter?
Look, lady, you can go into every bathroom and pick a fight with every person who you think is in
With
the
a
wrong
penis?
bathroom. That's your
if a
prerogative.
man goes into a
I'm
bathroom with
talking
my
about
daughter,
a teenager.
what should I do?
A teenager being booed. Guys, let's not bully, okay? I believe it was Melania Trump who said,
Hold on, let's not bully. Wasn't she the one that said, "Hey, you full idiot"? Let's not bully, bitch. You just bullied 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, it's crazy because you'll be like,
Looney Tunes
you
character
can't
here.
bully, I can bully.
Do as I say, not as I do. These people need mental asylums. Bring them back. If there is a Jesus, bring it back. Bring them back.
There's usually a big swing one way and then a big swing the other.
Ah, yes.
So where I'm just hoping that that big swing hits them in the head and knocks some fucking sense back into them. Because what's going on with these people?
What's going on with these people?
You're fucking in the head.
That's where I'm ending this. Like and subscribe, join our membership for early access to our videos. You know you love it.
Check out her YouTube videos, music.
Words.